Hello guys and good afternoon and welcome to our first, sorry, I'm just going to make sure that has gone live. Hello guys and welcome to our first Monday afternoon Heathlands Art Live. So this is to replace our Friday evening sessions. They might not be quite as long, but we will be going live hopefully every Monday afternoon with a new craft or a different origami instruction or something like that for you. So I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. And what we'll do is we'll explain what we're making today. So last week, myself and my daughter went out and we were in the shops and she asked me to buy her something. And it was these lovely origami instruction kits to make wild animals. So it came with a kit. You can see that they're kind of made of two bits. And there's lots of different animals to make. So what I thought I'd do, because you won't have these kits, is I'd show you how to make the animals using materials and things that you would have around your home or here at Heathlands. So what you're going to need to make your tiger or your zebra, if we get round to it, is some white A4 paper or some orange A4 paper. You could also use origami square paper if you've got it. You need something black to draw your stripes with. So what I'm using today is I've got some ink, just a bottle of ink and a paintbrush. But you could use a black colouring pencil or a black felt tip to draw your stripes. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to make your A4 paper into a square. So we're going to use a single piece of A4 paper just for me to show you. And what you're going to do, first of all, is you're going to take the bottom left-hand corner and you're going to fold it up over along the diagonal and fold it down. So I'll fold this down and hopefully I can hold it up to the camera for you and you can see what we're doing. So that's what we've done. We've taken our bottom corner and we've folded it up over. So we've got this funny triangle with a bit on the end. So the next step to make our A4 paper into a square is we're going to turn the paper over and we're going to fold this extra bit of the triangle. We're going to fold it down to meet the line on the other side. So I'll fold that down. And hopefully, again, if I hold that up to the camera, you'll be able to see what I've done. So we've folded this piece up and then keeping it nice and parallel, these lines here, we've folded the other piece back. Now, if you want, you could get a pair of scissors and you could cut along this line here. Or if you're a bit lazy like I am, all I'm going to do is make sure that the crease is really crisp by just pressing it between my fingernails. And then you should be able to put it on the table like this and just very gently pull it apart along that line. And there you should have a nice, even, square piece of paper. So that's how to make a square for making origami out of an A4 sheet. Now, I'm just looking on my computer here and I'm struggling to see if anybody's commenting. Oh no, there we go. Hi Alan, it's nice to see you. And Chris, great. Hi Chris. You've been to Cumbria this weekend and had a lovely weekend. That's really nice to hear, Chris. That's lovely. And I see Mark's commenting as Heathlands, I think, saying hi Chris and hi Alan. So if at any point, guys, you want me to repeat anything, I will gladly go back a step and show you how to do that again. Or what I'll probably do is I'll put some little hints and tips about how to do a square for origami paper and things like that in the comments after we've been live. So now that we've got our square of paper, what we want to do is we want to decorate it. Now, as I say, I'm using this ink, and hopefully you can see in there, I've just got this little pot of ink and a paintbrush. And all we're going to do is dip our paintbrush into our ink, and we're just going to do some kind of, oh, my paintbrush has gone hard. We're going to do some kind of random stripes. And you don't have to be precise with this because you are, after all, kind of imitating fur. So it doesn't want to be precise. It doesn't need to be exact. In fact, the more kind of organic and natural it looks, the better. So you can see I'm just doing this really quickly, and I'm just taking my paintbrush for kind of like a bit of a walk across the page to create the idea of a zebra's fur, a zebra's print pattern. And very quickly, we've kind of filled up our square with lots of lovely stripes. Now, obviously, because I'm using ink, hopefully you can see that there. Because I'm using ink, this will take a little while to dry. So what I did in Blue Peter style, I put that up out the way. In fact, I'll put it up out of the way on the paper, is I pre-made some sheets for us to work with. I'm going to move my ink out the way. So I've got these sheets, oh, stuck to the table. I've got these sheets of animal print paper that I made this morning, which are nice and dry. So what we're going to do, hi Jackie, and hello from Green Bubble. I hope you're all enjoying this. I'm not nervous at all. First time going live on my own, but there you go. So yeah, we've just explained, Green Bubble, how to make a square for origami out of an A4 sheet. If you want me to repeat that step, just leave a comment at the bottom. If not, you can always go back and watch the beginning of the video again. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make our zebra first, I think, because the paper's much bigger. I've got this smaller origami paper for the tiger. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this zebra. And this is the one that Mark and I's daughter Eva made, and I brought them in as examples for you guys to see today. So let me just get the instructions, because the instructions that came with the origami pack that Eva said that I should use for this live session, the sheet's massive with all the instructions on. So I have photocopied them. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make our legs. So our legs is made from one piece of paper and the head's made from another. Now the zebra, I couldn't show you that separately because we've already stuck the head on. So that's actually glued on to keep it together. So we're going to start with the head. And the first thing we're going to do, which is really easy, let me just make sure I've got this the right way round. Yes. We want to start with the wrong side up. We're going to fold it in half like that. Now we've already folded our paper in half like that to get our square from the A4 paper. So then we open it up again. And then this edge here, nearest me, I'm going to fold it up towards the middle. So every step I do, what I'll do is I'll take a pause and hopefully I will bring the work closer to the camera for you so that you can see. So I've taken this bottom edge here and folded it up towards the middle. So if I bring that up there, hopefully you can see how I've done that. And then we're going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. So we're going to take this edge here and fold it up towards the middle. Now, if you can hear Spiff in the background, Spiff, no, it's absolutely fine, because I'm working out of Purple Bubble today. And Spiff and Matthew are starting on an amazing project together, working together to make some Airfix models. So I can't wait to update you guys on the progress that they've made. Or, you know, the hilarity of Spiff getting glued together.
I'm covered in good,
have you
played to the house 3 times.
Are your fingers stuck?
Yeah.
Or have you stuck yourself to the plane?
The plane's been stuck to me hand 3 times.
There you go. So, now, as I said, I've folded those 2 sides up towards the middle. So what you should have is something that looks like a kite. Like that. So, once you've got that, you need to flip your work over. And then with the very, very pointy end, so this end, the bottom of the kite, facing towards you, pointing towards you, what you're going to do is bring the bottom point and match it to the top point. And this is why it's really important to have the instructions next to you. So we've taken that bottom, very pointy point, technical term that, and brought it right up to the top point. So again, I will show you that nearer the camera. So that very pointy point, the bottom of the kite, has been folded up to meet the top of the kite. Hey, hark that rain, Spiff.
Oh, decent.
It's right coming down. So, what we need to do, again, sorry, my kaleidoscope is rotating and it keeps accidentally getting in the road of me.
Kaleidoscope?
Not me kaleidoscope, me kinetic sculpture thing. Mobile.
You what? Your ceiling fan?
The ceiling faff, the lovely leaf mobile that's next to me, because we've got the heating on and the radiator, it's rotating, and every now and again it keeps interrupting my face. It does, it does. So now that we've folded that point up, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our work over again. So when you look at this side of the work, hopefully you can see that, it kind of looks like a little boat. So you want to be working on this side where it looks like a little boat. So, from there, what we're going to do is each of these points, these flappy bits of your little boat, we're going to pull on these and kind of pull them down to create a point. I hope you can see that. What I'll do is we're going to do it on each side. I'll make the fold and then again, as I say, I'll bring it to the camera and show you what I've done. So, hopefully you can see there. It's kind of complicated with the stripes. It's like dazzle painting on ships, Spiff.
I love that.
I love dazzle painting, yeah.
It was brilliant.
You know, my friend's painted a dazzle ship.
Aye.
She has, I'll have to show you.
I think you should.
Kira. So, we've folded that flap down over. And we're going to do that on both sides.
Come along. Right.
The other thing we can do after I've finished the live session is I can take some pictures of the written instructions for these origami and I'll post them in the comments. So I've folded both of those sides down now, so hopefully you can see how we've gone from the boat shape and kind of squished it together to make an upside down kite again. So we've made it even smaller. So now that we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. So along that middle, we're just going to fold it in half. So if I hold that up, hopefully you can see, we've gone from our upside down kite to this very, very, very skinny long triangle. And the next thing we're going to do, just checking my work, we're going, this tip right at the top here, we're going to fold it, we're going to fold it down, and this is going to create the start of our head. So I'll fold that down.
So just put the window on. Ah, there's the noise.
And what we do when we open it up, so hopefully you can see, taking that tip and I've folded it down. So this kind of makes a square, a right angle with the front of the zebra's neck. Now this is where it gets complicated, because when you open it up again, what you want to do, and actually I might stand up to show you guys this, when you've folded it down like that, okay, you open it up again, and you kind of want to open this out and reverse the fold. So I will repeat that again. Hi, Bill. So once we've folded this down, we open it back up again, and then we open this up and flip that out over. So now it kind of looks like a jackal's head. So there we go, we've reversed that fold. Now let me just check the next step. So the next step is that we're going to fold this down, but we're going to make sure that it's straight. So we've folded that down, and again we're going to do the same thing. We're going to open this up and reverse that fold and fold it inside. So we're forming our zebra's head now. The next step is we need to make the muzzle so that the nose a better shape. This is far too pointy for a zebra. So we're going to fold that down. And then again, we're going to reverse that. So we're going to open this up, and then we're going to tuck that along those folds in there. So it's going to go inside. And there you have the face of your zebra. So the last thing to do for the face of the zebra is you're going to fold your sides in, and this kind of creates the idea of a mane. So you can do that on either side. And then again, we're going to do that reverse fold again. So along the bottom here, I'm going to fold this up. And then we're going to tuck it inside. Like that. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to fold it up. And then we're going to tuck it inside. Why is that not tucked inside? Are they? So there we go. And that is our zebra's head. So the next thing we need to do, now that we've got our zebra's head and neck, is we need to make its legs. I'm going to put that to one side. I've rotated again, you can't see me. So we're going to take our second piece of paper. So this piece of paper, if you want your zebra's stripes to go the right way, up and down its body, so hopefully you can see here, the stripes are going up and down, not side to side. Now on the origami paper that came with the instructions, you can say it goes up and down, not side to side. So it's important to remember which way to start folding for your leg instructions. So I'm going to move on to the leg instructions, and we're going to use our second piece of paper. So to make our legs, you want to sit with your paper, your decorated paper, with the stripes going horizontally in front of you, not up and down in front of you. That's the important bit. So first things first, what we're going to do is make sure that we've got the paper the right way up. And we're going to start, as I say, with the stripes horizontal to us, but working on the back of the paper. So we're going to start by folding our paper in half. So we're going to fold it in half, and then we're going to open it up again. And where that centre line is, we're going to fold up. So you're folding in half again. And then we're going to fold down. And we're going to do this all the way around. So we've folded in half and folded in half again and opened up. We're going to turn our work, fold in half once again. Just going to look at Facebook and see who else is here. Abby, hi! It's lovely to see you. Oh, well, to see you writing. I hope you're enjoying the session. And hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon. Do remember, Abby, please, to bring your tablet in so that we can sort out your email for getting you onto the Zooms with your new tablet. So, as I say, we're going to fold in half and then fold in half again. So we've folded in half. That centre line that we've got, we're going to fold up to it from each side. So we've done that all the way around. So now that we've done that, what we want to make sure is that those lines are horizontal to us, not pointing up and down to us, they're horizontal to us. And I hope I'm getting this right, because won't it be funny if my stripes are the wrong way? So now that we've got our grid all laid out with lots of lines, we're going to start by folding the sides in to those quarter lines or half and half lines. So we're going to fold in that way, and then we're going to fold in on that side. And then once we've folded in that way, so hopefully I can show you, if I hold this up, you can see the stripes are horizontal with the first folds I've put in. Now we're going to fold in again, top and bottom. Keeping those lines, keeping those stripes horizontal to us. So, now that we've folded in once and then in twice, those second ins that should look like this. So we've folded up and down. What we're going to do is we're going to fold these back over. So the bottom and the top, we're going to fold behind. So I maybe stand up again and show you a little bit closer. So those bits that we folded down, we're tucking them behind, like so. And then, once we've done that, these sides we're going to fold in towards the middle. So it's kind of like the opposite direction. So, the next step to make this into our legs is we need to open up these edges. So you see there's one layer there and then the second layer there. We're going to open that up triangularly like that. So hopefully you can see the bottom layer, that's what we're going to open up. And we're going to flatten that down, and that creates our first leg. So I'll do the same on the other side. So you want this bit, this top flat bit, that's going down flat. And the middle bit is kind of folding down triangularly. So I will do the other two. Open them up And as I say, I'll hopefully put the instructions into the comments after we've finished, so you can copy for yourself at home. So, now that we've got that all folded up, the last thing to do is to fold this in half, and those are your zebra's legs. To finish him off, like Eva's zebra, we're going to take his head, we're going to draw some eyes on, so I'm just using a black felt tip. And hopefully you can see the eyes I've drawn on there. We're going to take some Pritt stick and put a bit of glue along here to make sure that the head stays on the body. So we're just going to whack a bit of Pritt stick on like that. And then the head, as it opens up, again, I'll bring this closer to the camera. The head, you can see behind, there's a gap. You're just going to put it over the top and stick it down. And that is your completed handmade origami zebra. So you can let me know what you think in the comments. Now the question is, we've done that in about half an hour. Would you like me to continue on and to show you how to make the tiger? Because the thing is, the tiger, you make the exact same base, the same legs to make the tiger. The only difference is you make a different head. So I think we've got plenty of time. So what I'll do is I'll put him to one side. You can join his buddy over there. And I'm going to use my pre-made paper again. So I've decorated this orange origami paper. But as I say, you can use A4 paper if you like. We've just made the legs. So I'm going to very quickly make the legs again, remembering to start on the wrong side with the strapes horizontally. So I will quickly fold this in half and then bringing those sides up to meet the center point again. And I am going to work a little bit quicker, as I say, because we have done this already. So in half, then in half again. So we folded in half, opened it up and made those sides meet in the middle. And now we're going to do it in the other direction. So working a little bit smaller here because this is proper origami paper. I do think it's great fun working with papers that you've decorated yourself. What I might do is I might look at some other origamis that we can do in the next few weeks where you get to decorate the papers yourself. So now that we've got that grid, hopefully you can see all the little folds in there. Remembering to make sure that the stripes are horizontal to us, not pointing up and down away from us. We're going to start by folding in the sides. Let me just double check. Yeah, so we're going to fold in those sides first. On each side. And then we're going to fold up from the bottom and down from the top, or turn your work and work each way. And then those we're going to tuck behind. Making sure that our creases are nice and crisp. And then once that we've tucked those behind, we're going to fold these sides in over. Hopefully you can see that there. And then we're going to take these corners and pull them out to create the legs again. Now I can hear Airfix model discussions in the background. No, you're quite all right.
We're diversifying into trucks and stuff.
Did you mention the Spitfire submarine? I've got one at home to build.
How did that happen?
Because they were in Aldi on special offer. I got the proper Airfix one for me to do, and the Lego Airfix model for Eva to do. And Eva's built her Spitfire. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. So there you go. We've digressed into Airfix models, but there we go. Hopefully you can see that's our legs made. So if we put them in half, there's our tiger stripe legs. So we're going to move on to the head. So I need to just find the right instructions to make our tiger's face. So we're going to start again with our paper on the wrong side. Now it doesn't matter which way your stripes go for your face. So you can have it going any which way you want. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold it along the diagonal. So we're going to fold that in half, and then we're going to open it up. Now I'm going to turn it the other way, but I'm not actually going to fold it down. All I'm going to do is crease just a tiny bit right in the centre. And what that does, if I bring this closer, so I've folded it down properly this way, but not that way, but it shows you where our centre point is, okay? So with that fold horizontal to us again, we're going to take the bottom point and bring it up to that centre point. And then we're going to turn it round and we're going to do the exact same thing again. So we're going to take the bottom point and bring it up to the middle. Okay, I will hold that up for you. So we've taken our bottom points, top points, and folded them up to the middle. So the next thing we're going to do is the piece that's closest to us, doesn't matter which, we're going to fold the point down, but not all the way. So hopefully if I bring this up for you to see, I'm not folding it open like that. I'm folding it down to create this little funny point. If I hold it like that. That's a great conversation for the background, so hopefully you can see how I've folded that down. And then what we're going to do after we've folded that down is we're going to, on this side, fold it up. So again, I will hold this up for you. So we had this, we folded it down, and then we've tucked it behind. So hopefully if I bring it this way around, you can see how I've folded it up. So now that we've done that, along that centre line again, what we're going to do is we're going to fold it down in half. So it looks a bit like a canoe. So you've got the plain stripy side. So this says, it's quite precise about these instructions. This says, for this paper, to fold in these sides 2 centimetres along here. But the instructions is for paper that's larger than I'm using. So I'm just kind of gonna guess what I need to do. So I'm going to fold in one side and then fold in the other. So again, because I'm working really quite small, I'm going to show you what I've done. So we've folded in this way and then in that way. So on the back, it's kind of like almost like a little envelope. So we've folded those sides in. Now, once you've folded those sides in, what you need to do is to fold them up. So this diagonal edge here meets this straight edge here. So we go up like that, and then the same on the other side. I might have to do it this way. We fold that diagonal line to make it meet that one. Hopefully you can see how we folded those up like that. So now that we've done that, we're going to turn our work over. Hopefully you can see we've got the start of a tiger's face, but we kind of need to round it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold over, take the top points near his ears here, and we're going to fold them in. I'm going to try and make them even on either side. Difficult to see with this colour of paper. We're going to fold his ears down to make him look less like a domestic pussycat and more like a wild tiger. I'm going to fold the top of his nose down a little bit, like that. Hopefully you can see there. And then just the bottom corners, we're going to fold them back over. That's quite thick paper. We're going to fold them back over to round his face off even more. So the last thing we need to do for our tiger is just to decorate his face. I'm just going to put a couple of lovely big eyes on. It's not the best felt tip, but there we go. I actually think I'll fold them down that way for his nose, and then all that's left to do is to pop his head onto his body, and that is your completed tiger. So that's the 2 origami instructions I've had for you today. So hopefully what we've learned is how to make a square of origami paper out of a sheet of A4. As I say, I will add some instructions into the comments below. We have decorated our paper, and then we've learnt how to make our lovely origami wild animals. I really hope you've enjoyed our live session this week, and I will be back at the same time in the same place next Monday at 1:30. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. See you later, guys. Bye.